dodged the death penalty, but he did get a game suspension and a fine for sort of charging the mound against Tiger pitcher Jeff Weaver. Now, Ramirez is expected to appeal, although no official word yet. Tribe GM John Hart was not surprised at the verdict.
I think given Manny's history of never having an incident with an umpire and the fact that he was deliberately thrown at, I think everybody was in the ballpark knew that. And the fact that it wasn't necessarily a charge, it was more of an approach to the mound.
All right, Tigers player C.J. Nitkowski got 2 games. Larry Parrish and Jeff Weaver were fined for their part in the brouhaha this past weekend.
Meanwhile, Jared Wright has a date with American League President Dr. Gene Budick. He requested the presence of Jared and Mike Hargrove this week in New York to discuss, quote, Jared's deportment on the mound. Translation, Jared has a reputation for headhunting, which has Budick concerned. 2 bench-clearing brawls have been precipitated by Mr. Wright's pitches that have been a way bit inside. Tribe GM John Hart is standing by his young pitcher.
You know, a lot has been made of the fact that people use this word headhunter with Jared. He had an incident this year where he hit a guy with a curveball, and that is not headhunting. And Jared had an 0-2 count. As a personal friend of Tony Clark's, the last thing he would have ever wanted to do is throw the ball at this guy's head.
Was Jared Wright the king of the knockdowns in 1998? Not so. Rolando Araujo of the Rays was Mr. Knockdown. Other notables, David Cohn with 15 of them, Scott Erickson of the Orioles with 13, and there's the big unit. Randy Johnson tied at 11 with the Indians' young, aggressive pitcher, Jared Wright.
What is it coming to, John? What is pitching coming to right now? In other words, you're not allowed to throw inside. What's he going to do? Lob the ball over the plate? How about if we just put it on a tee for him? Why wasn't Weaver and Parrish called into the office and just not Wright and Hargrove? I'm sick of this. It's getting to the point now where you pitch inside and guys are giving pitchers dirty look. John, that's part of the game.
It absolutely is, and I can shudder to think what would happen if a young Bob Gibson were throwing at people. In fact, he was throwing at people to establish his part of the strike zone, and that's basically what Jared's trying to do. You got to keep it away from their heads, but he's trying to pitch inside because he believes he owns that part of the plate. He should be able to do that. Okay, the Indians were off tonight, so attention would switch to a bit south to Canal Park in Akron.
That's right. Trenton leads the Eastern League, and they are in Akron tonight. Trenton is the AA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox, but this minor league game had a major league flair to it. Fox 8's Mark Schrader has the story.
Canal Park was transformed to Maui, or is that wowee? Look at the Aeros. They're dressed for a luau.
Hawaii. Welcome to Hawaii.
Welcome to Hawaii! Even though it's Akron.
Don Ho wasn't there, but Brett Saberhagen was. The Red Sox pitcher was starting a rehab stint pitching for Trenton.
It's usually about the 3rd inning that I've been feeling stuff in the back of my shoulder.
Saberhagen was on, retiring 17 of 19 arrows that he faced. 5 strikeouts, no walks. He's getting ready to return to the Red Sox tomorrow in Jacobs Field.
Best team in baseball right now. It's not that they have too many weaknesses, but you know, our starting staff's been doing pretty good as of late.
The Arrows couldn't touch him. In 6 innings of work, he gets the win, a 3-1 victory over the Arrows. But he's more interested in tomorrow's Tribe Series.
The Indians are playing well. We're facing the toughest part of our schedule. We've been playing good ball, and hopefully we can, continue to do that.
Saberhagen won't pitch this weekend in Cleveland, but he's looking to the big picture when the Indians could meet the Red Sox in the upcoming playoffs in the fall. Mark Schrader, Fox 8 Sports at Canal Park in Akron.
And check it out, a hot pitcher making his way through the Indians farm system. Remember,
finish off his mechanics and develop, but we continue to support him there. And that we're going to continue to support what we are teaching, which is the ability to pitch inside. And we don't want him to change.
Jared starts tomorrow night at Jacobs Field against the Red Sox. And remember, he was suspended earlier this year for hitting Boston's Darren Lewis with a pitch. Red Sox are in first place in the East.
I think we're professional. I think whatever happened in the past already happened in the past, and we have to just look forward to a great series and just play the game of baseball and put the fight behind us and just play the game.
Yeah, but don't you know it's going to get interesting? Jared Wright starts tomorrow for the Indians. It'll be Tim Wakefield for Boston. Not all of the Red Sox were Red Sox anymore. There's Roger Clemens pitching against the Sox in New York tonight. Jeff Fry looking at strike 3 in the first inning. Fourth inning, Nomar Garciaparra, strike 3. Clemens with a 2-1 lead in the seventh. Clemens gave up 1 run on 2 hits in 7 innings. Jorge Posada with this home run, and the Yankees win it over Boston 4-1. Roger Clemens now goes to 4-0. Well, not all of the Red Sox were in Boston tonight. That's right. Some of them, one of them anyway, was in Akron pitching for the Trenton Thunder against the AA Akron Aeros. It was former Cy Young Award winner Brett Saberhagen. The Aeros in their yellow uniforms tonight for Hawaiian night. Isn't that nice? Saberhagen fielding his position like a major leaguer, which pleases the musical entertainment for the night, everybody. Yeah. Saberhagen looked healthy. He went 6 innings, gave up just 2 hits, no runs. He struck out 5. But watch the guy in the back here playing bass. I love that head nod thing that bass players do. See him going there? Saberhagen and the Thunder beat the Aeros 3-1 the final at Canal Park. Men's top seed Yevgeny Kafelnikov was upset yesterday at the French Open. And that's sad news because I enjoy